Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, guys, to the Smell the Leather Cricket Podcast, where we discuss all things cricket from an average Joe's perspective. Speaking of we, let me introduce you to my co host, cricket connoisseur, and above all, my good friend, Gaurav Bajaj.
Hi guys, this is your co-host Gaurav Bajaj. Welcome to the podcast The Leather, and we are overjoyed that we have been finally able to do this. We've been wanting to do this for so long, and yeah, Adit, you take over.
So, Gaurav, it's the IPL season. It's the business end of the tournament where things go boom, boom, ciao. And today we have the qualifier one on our hands, which is between the Mumbai Indians and the Delhi Capitals. So let's start this podcast off on a positive note. Let's start off with the strengths of both the sides.
Yeah, see, despite all the dramas that have happened over the last few weeks, we are finally having our top four spots in Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad, and Bangalore. So yeah, Delhi surprisingly to what they played in the first half, they've won 7 out of their 9 games, and they just seem to fall off the cliff in the last 4 games. They managed to win the last one against RCB, but they have a lot to think about, especially in their batting lineup. Talking about the strengths, when we talk about Mumbai Indians, I mean, they have been the most consistent side, and even before the start of the tournament, on paper they look the most settled side, and most of their players have lived up to the potential, which also shows in the points table as well. They are the table toppers, and rightly so. They don't have much weakness. They have firepower in all the departments: batting, bowling, spin bowling, the finisher, especially Pandya brothers and Pollard. So it's a very well-rounded team, and with Rohit coming back into the team, it just makes them even more stronger. So yeah, but Mumbai is a really good side.
Yeah, just to add on to what you said, apart from them being a well-rounded team, I think they've got their combinations right from the very first game, and they've hardly made any changes to their team throughout the tournament, except for the last game where they rested a few players and Rohit came back in as well.
Yeah,
Let's talk about Delhi Capitals for a bit. So the
yeah,
strengths for them, I think both teams here have incredible pace bowling attacks, and the pace bowling display on show today is going to be one to watch. Um, Apart from that, I think the batting lineup, the top order has struggled a little bit, especially
yeah.
Prithvi Shaw. Um, and going down the lineup, I think again they compete with Mumbai in all aspects. They just haven't been as successful as Mumbai.
Yeah. I agree. Totally agree to that. The bowling has been their main force this tournament. Not only their fast bowlers, they have some really class spinners in their lineup. Ashwin and Akshar have done a very good job, and even the third seamer Daniel Sams, although he went for few runs in his last over the other game against Bangalore, but his initial 3 overs were really good, and that's left-handed uh, angle that he provides is going to be really essential against Mumbai Indians. They have some really top class right-handers in their batting lineup, so that gives a different dimension to their team as well. So yeah, their bowling and along with Stoinis, it just gives them that extra edge. Stoinis can sneak out 2 or 3 overs, so gives them option with the bowl as well. Yeah, Delhi looks a really good side, just that they need to get their acts together in terms of batting.
And speaking of Mumbai, let's look at things that they can probably look at to change this game. Do they have things to improve on? Do they have things to sort of think about for the game today?
Yeah, the other game actually was an exception. With the kind of setup that they have in Mumbai, I don't think they'll look too much into it. Mahela Jayawardene and Rohit Sharma, they're very calm and collected people as well, so they won't look too much into it. But yeah, all in all, the one thing that they can look at is the third seamer option, because Pattinson and Coulter have been going for runs in their last few games. So yeah, Bumrah and Bolt coming back would strengthen their bowling lineup. But the third seamer is one thing to look at. although they have done well because it's a Dubai pitch, sluggish pitch. Yeah, so Coulter-Nile and Pattinson could be used in an effective way in the middle overs, and with the spinners doing well, Kunal Pandya and Rahul Chahar, they should be good to go.
The Delhi Capitals, though, I think Prithvi Shaw is going to be a bit of a problem for them. Um, Maybe they could look to get Shimron Hetmeyer into the side and push Rahane up the order. Because apart from Hetmeyer and Carey, they don't have much of a batting depth in their squad as of now. That's probably one change they could look at. Uh, but apart from that, I think the well-rounded side. Although one interesting fact is that Rishabh Pant, he's hit only 4 sixes this season in the death overs, which is over 16 to 20. Whereas if you look at someone like a Pollard who's hit 20 and Hardik Pandya who's hit 14, I think that's another key point to look at.
Yeah, I agree to that part. Not only Prithvi Shaw, I think it's Rishabh Pant as well as Shreyas Iyer. They've not been up to the mark. Over the past few years, that Indian code has been the strengthening point for Delhi Capitals, but this year it hasn't worked. Actually, Stoinis is doing really well in the death overs. That just they got away with their form in the initial games, but Stoinis again in last few games hasn't fired, so it shows in their scorecard as well. Therefore, they need to get their acts together. Shimran Hetmeyer is a tempting option, but with Daniel Sams coming in and providing a good option with the ball, I don't think they'll want to tinker with that. Prithvi Shaw, last game he played some really good shots. So if you can just exploit the first 6 overs as well, that will be job done from his side. And Ajinkya Rahane, he's a really good player when the pitch is a sluggish one and plays spinners really well. And if it's a match where the scores are around 150 and 160, Ajinkya Rahane, as we saw, can be a really good option with the bat. So yeah, it's just that their Indian code has to step up. Shreyas Iyer, I feel he has underperformed. We all expected a really good season from him, but somehow I think he's been conservative in its approach because of the captaincy and the pressure that captaincy brings to you. So hopefully he'll come good. And against a team like Mumbai, you need to post a score around 180, 190 to really challenge them with the kind of batting lineup they have. So their death overs problem needs to be sorted out with the bat as well. Rishabh Pant needs to come good. As you said, he has hit just the 3 sixes, in fact, and Pollard has hit 20 to Hardik Pandya's 14, and even Ishan Kishan, let's not forget him, he's at the top of the six hitting chart with 26 sixes in just 11 games. So that's a tremendous record actually. Also, De Kock is being hitting some real huge sixes this tournament. So it's that six hitting ability really matters in T20 games, and that's where Mumbai has got the upper hand.
I completely agree with that. Let's talk about some changes now. Now, Mumbai made 3 changes for their last game. I think there would be an obvious swap back for those. But then, apart from that, do you see them making any other changes for this all-important encounter?
Yeah, it's 3 straight changes. Bumrah, Bolt, and Hardik Pandya coming in place of Dhaval Kulkarni, Saurabh Tiwari, and either of Coulter-Nile or Pattinson. Yeah, other than that, I don't see them tinkering with the winning side too much. And this has been the team which took them to the qualifiers. So there's not the requirement to change much in the team. Yeah, and Mumbai historically have don't make some changes, and especially in such an important qualifier, they won't want to make many changes.
Yeah, and Delhi Capitals, they have been losing games. They've been sticking with majorly the same side. And given that it's an all important encounter, I don't think they would be making more than a change, maybe, because it's a settled lineup. It's just that they have to fire on the day, because with cricket, as you know, like anything can happen on the day. So, do you see any changes for Delhi Capitals?
No, I don't see any changes with them as well. Because this I think has been the most settled team in the last match that they played into the entire tournament. Because Shimron Hetmeyer, he's a really good batter, but if you're not batting him up the order, if you're batting him at 6 or 7, is not that effective. More than that, Daniel Sams gives that left-handed option, so it's a really good combination with the ball. And Stoinis, Akshar, and even Ashwin can bat, so they have the batting depth as well. So I don't see them making any changes.
Key players. Okay, so let's go. Let's select one key player from each side. Who would your picks be?
Yeah, look, Mumbai, they have at least 7 or 8 key players, or probably 11, because all of them have performed at different points of the tournament. So yeah, but it's a big day. You need to handle pressure. I would go with Bumrah as a key player for Mumbai, because although Mumbai does have a really good bowling lineup, but Bumrah is still the spearhead, and if he performs well, the team does well. He holds that bowling lineup together. He bowls in the power play, he bowls in the middle over and the death overs equally. Because when you see with Bolt, he mostly bowls 3 overs in the power play and keeps one at the back end or in the middle overs. But Bumrah is the one bowler the teams are aware of. And surprisingly, this year he has managed to take wickets as well, because the last couple of years the batsmen tried to play him out, but this time he has managed to find ways to get wickets, and he's the second on the list for the purple cap. So Bumrah for sure, and he has troubled Dhawan, Shaw, and Iyer in the past few games. So Bumrah would be my pick. The batting is just, I mean, all the players have been in form, so to pick one out of those players is a difficult task. Bumrah would be my pick for Mumbai.
And let's talk about Delhi. Who's your pick for Delhi?
Yeah, Delhi, I would pick Shikhar Dhawan. Shikhar Dhawan is the one batsman, standout batsman for them this entire tournament, 2 back-to-back centuries. He scored a really nice 50 the other game as well. And in a side like Delhi, he's a senior pro. He can take the innings through. He can hold the innings, and with the vulnerability that Delhi has in their batting lineup, Shikhar Dhawan needs to play a long innings, well backed by Iyer, Pant, and other batsmen. So Shikhar Dhawan would be my pick. Their bowlers are equally good, but they need to post a really good score to challenge Mumbai. That's where Shikhar's role is really important.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think my pick for Delhi would be Ajinkya Rahane. Given his last performance and also that this is Dubai, it's going to be a sluggish pitch. It's a fresh wicket though, so we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. Speaking of Mumbai, I think my pick would be Quinton de Kock. I feel like he is due for a big game, and he's been in good touch throughout the tournament. It might be his day to fire. Okay, guys, so we have one interesting segment for this show, which would be our Dream 11 picks. And so we'll start off with Gaurav's Dream 11 picks, which should be on your screen right about now. So, Gaurav, if you could walk us through your team,
Yeah,
that would be great.
yeah, guys. I need to admit this. I'm not very good at making teams, but yeah, this is my bet for the Dream 11 dream team. And I've got Quinton de Kock as my captain, simply because he bats at the top of the order and keeps as well. So the chances of getting more and more points gets higher. Along with him, I've got Surya Kumar Yadav and Rohit Sharma. So again, the top batters, Surya Kumar has been in excellent form this season. Rohit Sharma, I think, is due for a big one and big match player, so you would back him to come good. Got Rahane and Shikhar Dhawan purely based on their recent form. And I've got Krunal Pandya, Pollard, and Akshar Patel as my all-rounders. Again, 3 very good players. Pandya and Akshar Patel would more often than not complete their quota of 8 overs, which gives them picking of 2 or 3 wickets. Pollard, if he gets 15 to 20 balls, we have seen how big an impact can he make, like we did see in the last game as well. And my bowlers are Rahul Chahar, Bumrah, and Rabada, with Bumrah being my vice captain. Now, all these three are wicket-taking options. I know I've not got Bolt in there, but that's the trick with these dream teams, that you can't get all the players. But yeah, Rahul Chahar, I think he's been very underrated. He's picked some crucial wickets during the middle overs, and gave Mumbai the chance to go hard at the death. Bumrah, can't say much more about him. He's been amongst the wickets, and Rabada, the purple cap holder. So yeah, it's a conventional team, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a team that surely would work. One interesting thing that I wanted to note was that you've omitted Ishan Kishan. Any reasons
Yeah.
for that?
Yeah, see, Shan Kishan, I feel he's the most effective during the first 6 overs because of his power game. He's really good at four as well, but with a strong team like Mumbai, they mostly get off to a good start. And with Surya Kumar coming in at three, they do get a good start. They might as well send Pandya and Pollard up the order, so you're not very sure of whether Ishan Kishan would actually get to bat. And since he's not keeping, so the chances of catches and stumpings are not there. So it's purely based on getting the points, and not the form or anything else. It's just that what players would get, how many chances to actually perform. But yeah, picking Ishan Kishan in your team is not a bad choice either.
Now that you guys have seen how a good team is picked, let's move on to an abysmal choice, which is my choice. And let me take you through my team. So I have um, in the keepers section Ishan Kishan as well as Quinton de Kock, with de Kock being my vice captain. In the batsmen, I have Hardik Pandya, Surya Kumar Yadav. I've omitted Rohit Sharma purely because of the points combination. From Delhi side, I have Shreyas Iyer and Ajinkya Rahane. My all-rounder would, I've just picked one, which would be Marcus Stoinis. And coming to my bowlers, I have Bumrah, Bolt being my captain, Nokia and Rabada. Bolt being my captain because I feel like with the new ball, he's going to set the tone for the match, and hopefully he picks up a couple of wickets so that this captaincy choice makes sense. Anyway, let's move on to match predictions for the day. So Gaurav, let's start with you. What are you feeling? What are you predicting?
Yeah, I've been a Mumbai supporter all through, so nothing different this time as well. But purely based on the form as well as the team they got, it's hard to not pick them as favorites, and especially with Delhi being slightly off the radar last few games. Mumbai seems to be the stronger side, although we are seeing this IPL, anyone can win on their day, and Delhi has got some really good match winners in their team. But I would back Mumbai to take this one for sure.
It's going to be a very close game, but I just have a tingling feeling that Delhi Capitals might put on a very good show and actually compete with Mumbai Indians. So let's see how that goes. It's
Yeah,
just a few hours away. Anyway,
don't
guys,
we
this
all want
is
that? I mean, we do want a close game. We
yeah,
don't
for
want a
sure.
one-sided game for sure.
For sure.
So let's hope for a game that goes till the last over. And with Mumbai, they have a
Okay.
history of going to the Super Overs, not one, two in a game. So they don't like to go to the hotel rooms quite early, and get us to stick to our TV sets. So yeah.
Anyway, guys, this has been it from us. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing if you like the content, and we'll keep doing more of these for the remaining IPL games. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thanks a lot.